Imagine you've planned the perfect wind energy project. The turbines are ordered, the contractors are booked, and the budget is approved. But then, your permit gets delayed. A local group launches a protest. An investor starts asking tough questions. The project stalls. You forgot that the success of a wind project isn't just about technology. It's about people. And that's where stakeholder management comes in.
Even the best technical plan can fail if you ignore the people around it.
Stakeholders are anyone affected by or who can influence your project. That means local communities near your site, it means investors financing your build, and it definitely means government agencies regulating land use, permits, and energy policy. Let's start with local communities. Building a wind farm means changing the landscape, literally. Turbines appear near farms, villages, coastlines. That can create pride or pushback.
But what exactly do people object to? Is it just the way it looks?
People worry about noise, views, wildlife, and if they feel ignored, opposition grows. You start early, you listen. You don't just present, you hold a dialogue. For example, in a wind project in central Poland, local meetings were held months before the first earthworks. Villagers asked questions, voiced concerns, and even influenced the final layout of the turbines. And when a community feels heard, something shifts. They become partners, not opponents. Now, let's talk about investors. Wind projects don't happen without capital. Banks, energy companies, private equity. They put money into long-term infrastructure. And they expect confidence, not chaos.
So what do they really want to hear from the project team?
Investors want to know, is the project on track? Are permits in place? What are the risks? How is the revenue model secured? Your job is to keep them informed, not just with flashy reports, but with honest, regular updates. A delayed grid connection? Tell them early. An environmental approval taking longer? Show the mitigation plan. Because trust is a currency. Lose it, and funding dries up. Keep it, and you gain room to operate. And finally, government stakeholders. From national ministries to local councils, governments shape your regulatory path. Want to change turbine heights? Extend the lease? Connect to the grid? You'll need their approval.
But don't they slow things down with bureaucracy?
Not if you manage the relationship well. In fact, governments can be allies. In one offshore wind project in Denmark, early coordination with maritime and environmental agencies helped streamline permits. Why? Because the team involved them in planning instead of just asking for approvals at the end. Engagement with government should be strategic. You align your project goals with their policy goals, whether it's decarbonization targets, job creation, or grid expansion. Now, here's the challenge. These stakeholder groups don't always agree. The community might want fewer turbines. The investor wants higher returns. The government wants faster timelines.
How do you manage all that without losing control?
That's why stakeholder management isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about balancing interests and keeping the project stable. Think of yourself as a wind turbine hub. You're the center, keeping all the spinning blades, community, finance, and regulation in motion and in balance. Too much pressure from one side? The whole system wobbles. You build a stakeholder map. You identify who's most impacted, who has power, and who needs to be kept close. You develop a plan for engagement, what to update, how often, and what concerns to address. But most of all, you lead with transparency. Because when stakeholders trust you, they support you, even when things don't go perfectly. That's how wind projects get built, not just with steel and software, but with relationships.